All right, everybody. Good evening to each and every one of you. I am Sachin Ravi, and I am your host, your co-host today for the Constitution Day quiz that we're conducting here, along with the Center for Law and Policy Research. I'm thrilled to be here to be conducting this quiz for you. We have over 250, actually, on the number. We have 250 participants who have logged in today for the quiz. And from what I understand on the chats, we have a variety of people who have joined in, from school children as young as children studying in grade 3 till folks who are in college and beyond and working individuals as well. So it's a really diverse audience that we have today here at the Constitution Day quiz. So we're thrilled to be conducting this quiz for you. And I think we're on the time. We're 7:15 right now, so 7:16. So I think it's great to get started. So if you guys have any doubts, anything that you want to share or clarify with us, do send it on chat to me, Quizmaster Sachin, or to Quizmaster Vaishnavi. We will do our best to rectify and clarify all the doubts that you have. But know that you're in safe hands. We will ensure that the next 1 hour of your time is a nice, fun, enjoyable time where you're learning about the Indian Constitution. All right. That said, I will share all the links and explain to you how you participate in this quiz in just some time. Let me just firstly introduce the organization that is co-conducting this quiz for you. So we are QShala. Some of you might have heard of us at QShala. Most of you might not have heard of us. But if you haven't, we are an organization that's in the business of quizzing. We love quizzing. Quizzing is part of our DNA. And we conduct quizzes on a variety of topics for different audiences. And we've been doing it for a good 7 years now. We've been able to engage with thousands of schools across the country, a lack of children, and done thousands of events that we've done over the course of our time that we've done it. So someone's asked me on chat, sir, is this an open quiz? Is this open to everybody? Absolutely. So this is in our family quiz style. If you've participated in it, it's competitive, but it's also supposed to be a place where you learn and you have fun. But we have people from across the spectrum, people from different age groups who have joined in today for the for the Constitution Day quiz that we have. All right. And again, if you have to keep your videos on, not at all. It's completely optional. If you want to keep your video on, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. My only request is if you do, of course, are asked to share an answer, I will want you to go ahead and switch on your video if you can. All right. So we're QShala. We're the organization that's co-hosting or the co-conducting this event, this Constitution Day quiz for you. And now I would like to invite Meenakshi from the Center for Law and Policy Research to share a little bit about their organization, what they do, the wonderful work that they do. Can I request Meenakshi to get unmuted and talk about the Center for Law and Policy Research?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Sachin. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us today to celebrate Constitution Day with us. We're extremely happy to collaborate with QShala yet again for this special Constitution Day quiz. CLPR has actually collaborated with QShala since 2016 for organizing the Conquest Quiz, which is actually an annual national quiz that we hold on the Indian Constitution, politics, and history. We were unable to host it this year due to the pandemic. So before we thought I will just start, I thought we'll just quickly introduce CLPR and the work we do. So the Center for Law and Policy Research is a not-for-profit trust dedicated to making the Constitution work for everyone through law and policy research, social and governance interventions, and strategic impact litigation. This event today is actually in furtherance of our efforts under the constitutionofindia.net public outreach initiative. This initiative is actually aimed at creating public awareness and enabling active engagement with India's constitutional tradition to build a popular constitutional culture in this country. Over the years, this initiative has sort of expanded in scope to include websites, public events, and conferences. Actually, one of a kind website that we have is the constitutionofindia.net, which curates debates that took place in India's Constituent Assembly, leading up to the framing of India's constitution. The website also hosts historical constitutions, which sort of document constitutional aspirations prior to the formal constitution framing period itself. It also has biographies of Constituent Assembly members, succinct debate summaries of the articles of the Constitution of India. And it also has content that engages with India's constitutional past with a sort of peg to contemporary socio-political and legal issues. So we encourage interested quizzers to visit the website to read, search, and explore about India's constitutional traditions. We have also organized numerous impactful workshops and events aimed to sort of impart constitutional education in schools and colleges. This year, we've actually expanded our awareness initiatives to include merchandise and multimedia content. We have designed label pins and preamble t-shirt, and we have also produced an animation video on the making of India's constitution, which gives a sort of overview of how our constitution came into being. Often the sort of history of the process and the sort of context in which the Indian constitution was made is very complex. So we thought we will just break that down through an animated video, and which will tell us how we Indians gave ourselves the constitution that we all cherish so much. And you will be having a look at this video before the quiz starts. We hope you all enjoy this exciting quiz, have fun, and all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Meenakshi. All right, guys, without further ado, we'll get started for what your guys are here for, which is the Constitution Day quiz that we have. So what I need you to do is first, I want to explain to you on how you can participate in this quiz, right? So we will need you to get another mobile phone device. You will be on mute through the course of the quiz. I will, of course, ask you to be unmuted at a specific point in time, and then you can go ahead and share what you think is the answer to a specific question. Number one. Number two, what I need you to do is to get your mobile phone device with you. You will be using your mobile phone device to answer questions in this quiz. So you'll be watching the questions on your tablet or your laptop as to how you're watching the quiz. And you can use your phone or your tablet, whichever you have, to be able to enter the answers or plug in the answers to these questions. So that's the first instruction that I have. So get your device ready with you, number one. Number two, you will have to open your device, open your browser tab. You don't have to download any app. Open a tab on your browser, like if it's Chrome, Firefox, the Me browser, whatever it is that you're using. Enter the ID www.kahoot.it. I will be sharing a game pin for you. That game pin is something that you'll have to enter. It's almost like a pin code of sorts that you have to enter to participate in the quiz. You'll be asked to share your email ID and along with that, your registration name. So my request to you is to please use the same name that you're using on this Zoom call currently. So you can mention your name, what you're seeing here on the Zoom call, you can use the same thing on your Kahoot login as well. Right, you're going to have 4 types of questions in this quiz. You'll have to type out some answers to some questions. You'll have a puzzle kind of question where you might have to drag and drop certain answers and then click on the Kahoot button. You'll have a direct A, B, C, D multiple choice kind of question, or you might have a true or false question. So these are the variety of questions you might have in today's Constitution Day quiz. All right. That said, how do you become a winner? So the top 10 winners in today's quiz are going to be a function of how you feature on the leaderboard. So how quickly you answer and of course, how accurately you answer will determine you featuring on this leaderboard. Right? While the people are sending or typing or plugging in answers on your phone on Kahoot, we will call people at random to share an answer. So I will call anybody at no particular order, or my colleague or my co-quiz master, Vaishnavi, will call anybody at random. And then you can go ahead and share the answer while you anyway plug the answer on the Kahoot platform. That way we can learn about what you're saying and also have some interaction as well. Right? What do you have at stake? And that's probably the most important thing. And we are thrilled to partner with the Center for Law and Policy Research. We've been doing this for a really long time with them. We love working with them. And they've got some lovely goodies that they've really started putting out through the course of the last year. So you have t-shirts, label pins, postcards, stickers, and a bookmark, all beautifully designed, intricately designed by designers that they've got on board. So I think this is fantastic work that they've got. So I would think that this is something that you really, really should look forward to winning. So the top 10 winners in today's quiz, you'll be winning these goodie bags or goodie prizes from the Center for Non-Policy Research. More importantly, we have something else that we also have. We have a lucky draw competition. So this is for the person or someone at random we will pick for the lucky draw, but someone who provided a stay through the course of the entire quiz. If you stay through the course of the entire quiz, and make sure that you're participating. We're not so bothered about you getting the right answer. We're more bothered about you participating, answering questions, right? And provided you do that, you will end up being the lucky draw winner. And what do you have at stake for winning the lucky draw? Well, exactly the same goodies that the winner also gets. So that's what's at stake here at the Constitution Day quiz that we have. And coming down to the structure of the quiz before we ask you to jump into the quiz directly, you have 3 rounds in today's quiz. And you have the first round, which is dedicated to the Constitution of our country. Then you have a connect round, and then you have a quick rapid fire round that we'll be having through the course of this quiz. And I think with that, we will jump on to the Kahoot platform, which I have appearing on screen now. So guys, what you need to do, as I had mentioned to you earlier, is to go ahead and go to kahoot.it on your mobile phone device, right? You don't have to download any app, and then enter the game pin 918-7134. 918-7134. That's the game pin that you'll have to enter. I'm going on full screen. I hope you guys can see. Just give me a minute. Yeah, I think you guys can see. Let me anyway just go ahead and do that again. Just one sec, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, okay. I think you guys can see now. All right, so this is the game pin 918-7134. So go ahead and use the name that you've used on the Zoom call. That way, this becomes easy for us to tabulate scores as well. So again, you might be asked to enter an email ID as well. So go ahead and do that as well. That's just our way of identifying who's joined in so that we're able to give you prizes, guys. We want to be able to give you these cool prizes that the Center for Law and Policy Research has created. So we've got 55 people who've logged in already. So we have nearly 276 participants on a Friday evening. These are fantastic numbers. We're so thrilled we've had so many people here celebrating our Constitution Day with us on the Constitution Day quiz that we're hosting with Center for Law and Policy Research, along with QShala. So 81 people here. So guys, keep logging on to Kahoot. If you guys have any doubts, anything that you have any clarifying, some of you are saying that you do not have another device. Guys, that is, my request is to go ahead and see if there's any tablet, if your mobile phone, say a mother or a father is using. Again, let me also state one more important thing. So this is a family style quiz that we have. So what do I mean by that? So if there is a child, we would love or insist for an adult to be there with the child as well. What we're more bothered about here is for participation. We want everybody to participate in this quiz. So if you have a bunch of family members with you or colleagues or whoever with you, let them join in as well. So this is a nice family style quiz, something that QShala has been doing for a good part of more than a year. And we of course wanted to open it to everybody because it doesn't just have to be for kids and parents. It can be for anybody really who wants to learn about our Indian Constitution. So that's another instruction that I have. We've got nearly 130 people. So guys, I'm going to wait for another minute or so. And while I do that, let me also take this opportunity to welcome or introduce my co-host and my co-quiz master, Vaishnavi. Hey, Vaishnavi, hi.
Hey, everyone, and wishing everyone a very happy Constitution Day. So we just thought we'll make the Constitution a lot more fun in the form of a quiz. And a huge thank you to CLPR for being a partner in this initiative.
Awesome. So we've got 150 people, nearly 150 who have logged on to the quiz already. So we are on terms of time. We're at 7:28. I think we should be good. So guys, don't worry about the renaming piece. We will ensure, as long as it's using the same name, we will go ahead and we will be able to give you prizes. Other questions I'm seeing from people. Enter the game pin 918-7134. And yeah, fantastic, guys. Lovely to see the participation here. In case you forgot the game pin, don't worry, it will always be displayed on the screen, and you can also find it on the chat. In case you get logged out, you can always come back to Kahoot and enter the game pin. So those are some so Meenakshi says she doesn't have an additional device. Then you will have to switch between tabs. You will have to switch between Zoom and your browser. Yeah, I think some participants are doing that as well. That's how we'll do it. Perfect. All right. So 177 people on the call. I think what we'll do is, we will get to,
Yeah, I think Sachin, let's get started.
Got it. All right, let's do that. Okay. All right, guys, let's get started with the quiz appearing on your screen now. Here is the Constitution Day quiz. Before that, we have a video that we'd like to play for you guys. This is the video which Meenakshi was talking about. Have a look, guys. This is a fantastic video. So it is beautifully crafted video. Here it is appearing on your screen now.
We the people, having solemnly resolved to constitute India, battled the British for over a century on the streets and in the courts and assemblies to realize our collective desire for freedom from colonial authoritarian rule. This found an early voice in 1895 with the Swaraj Bill, which demanded a dominion state with equality for all and freedom of speech. In 1928, Motilal Nehru's report went further to call for self-governance and minority rights. However, both demands fell on deaf ears. So on 26 January 1930, the Indian National Congress declared Purna Swaraj, or complete independence, discarding the demand for dominion status. A year later, at its Karachi session in 1931, the INC demanded comprehensive social and economic rights. Sensing imminent change, M.N. Roy proposed a constitution drafted by a Constituent Assembly of Indians, by Indians and for Indians. The INC embraced this view, and after years of relentless negotiations with the British, a Constituent Assembly was created in 1946. Nearly 300 members, representing all shades of political opinion, diverse religions, ethnicity, and from all over India, met in the plenary assembly and subcommittees across 3 years to draft India's constitution. They made deliberate and radical constitutional choices to first, transition India from a colonial authoritarian state to a constitutional democratic republic with adult franchise and representative legislatures and independent courts to maintain the rule of law. Second, to transform a traditional society built on caste hierarchy and patriarchy into a modern egalitarian society based on every individual's dignity and fraternal relations between them all. Third, usher in a multi-religious secular democracy by assuring individual freedom of religion and keeping the state away from organized religion. And lastly, to restructure a feudal economy based on concentrated or inherited wealth and large landholdings by distributing land and other economic resources and ensuring social and economic welfare. Finally, this new Constitution Republic was born on 26th January 1950. 7 decades later, our constitutional republic needs you to be a constitution defender, to preserve, protect, and realize the progressive constitutional dream to build a new India.
Fantastic. All right, guys. So with that, without further ado, we'll get started. So there are some people asking for the game pin. So that's, again, I'm writing it down. It's 9187134. You notice my colleague has pasted that for you. It's on the bottom right of the screen. Say in the instance you do get logged off, you'll always have the code available for you to log in again. All right, let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. For the first round that we have in today's quiz, which is about the constitution of our country, we have 7 questions. All the questions will be in Kahoot, and the top 5 will be on the leaderboard. The first question in the quiz appearing on your screen, and this is a type answer question. To the left is B.N. Rao, the constitutional advisor to the Constituent Assembly. Who is on the right? So that is the question.
An ideal situation in an ideal state. But in his Arthashastra, Kautilya has written that the king shall provide for orphans, the infirm, afflicted, helpless, the sick and the dying, with many.
So that was B.N. Rao on the left. So who is the gentleman that he is speaking to on the right? I'm going to go ahead and show that again for you. Have a look.
Well, I was referring to an ideal situation in an ideal state. But in his Arthashastra, Kautilya has written that the king shall provide for orphans, the infirm, afflicted, helpless, the sick and the dying, with many.
So that was the first question we have. So let's go ahead and see who we can ask for this question. I'm going to pick someone at random to share an answer for this question. Can we go ahead and ask? Let's see who we can ask for this. In no particular order. If you guys want to also send me answers on chat as well, you can do that. Can we ask Vaibhav Singh Banshiwal, please? Vaibhav Singh Banshiwal, if you can go ahead and share the answer with us, please. Okay, we're going to give you a request to unmute. Vaibhav, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. Sir, I think that would be, sir, actually my name is not correct. My name is Tanish Tada.
Hey,
Sir,
Tanish,
yes, sir. Sir, I didn't notice that my name was wrong. Sir, I think the answer would be Rajendra Prasad.
You think that the answer is Rajendra Prasad? Okay, where are you joining in from, Tanish? Okay, I think he's gone.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, I'm joining from Jaipur, Cambridge Courtwell School.
And which grade are you in?
I'm in 8th grade.
8th standard. Tanishq having the right answer for us. This is indeed Rajendra Prasad, which is what we were looking for. Fantastic answer from Tanishq and many, many others who've gotten it right. Let's see what people have told us. So variety of answers we've gotten from people. So let's go ahead and see what we can accept. So Rajendra Prasad, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, let's go ahead and see, what are the other answers that folks have given us. So I think we will accept anything which tends towards Rajendra Prasad. We will go ahead and accept it. Just because, spellings, as long as you're tending towards the answer, we will give you guys the points, right? Anybody else who's got, I think we can share this one as well. Just one sec, just looking at the variety of answers we've given in. This is a little far off, I think. But yeah, I think these are the acceptable answers. Fantastic answer from Tanishq on that one. And we were looking for Dr. Rajendra Prasad, who was in that image in the video. So fantastic answers from all of you. Let's have a look at the leaderboard and see how people are faring. So you've got LMA, who we would love for LMA to reveal themselves on Zoom chat with me in first place, followed by Achal, followed by Anu Mega, followed by Shantanu and Biba. These are our top 5 at this point in time. Fantastic effort, guys. Over to Vaishnavi for the next question.
Yes, and I think it's rather apt that we started with Dr. Rajendra Prasad. And let's move on to the next question. So this is a 3-word answer that we're looking at. So this is a 3-word slogan that was coined against the person that we're going to show you. And people actually wrote these slogans on kites and they flew it in the late 1920s. So who is this person that, Indians really didn't like much? And they wrote slogans on kites and they flew them. So we're looking for a 3-word slogan. And if you paid attention to the video that we played, you might have figured out the answer. So this person that we've shown you here, late 1920s is what we're talking about. So think about Indian history. Why was this person hated so much? And so Sachin, do you want to help me choose someone at random?
Sure. How about we go with Mohit Sharma? Mohitsharma.
So I think it should be Simon, because in the video which was shown in that, people were protesting against the Simon, so it should be Simon Go Back.
Okay, well, he's very, very confident, and that's absolutely right.
And when I was playing the road safety also of QShala, so it was really nice. Even I got it some new facts like don't put the charger in any unknown port, so that was very nice.
Lovely, lovely. So Mohit, where are you joining us from?
Ma'am, I'm joining from Rajasthan, Jaipur. I am studying in 6th grade in CCWS, Cambridge Courtwell School.
Superb. That's absolutely right. And high five all the way from Bangalore for that right answer. This is Simon, and the answer we were looking for was Simon Go Back. We'll look at any of those variations, not Quit India. I think people went on the track of popular slogans. And so in 1927, the Simon Commission was asked to review the working of the Government of India Act 1927. But it didn't have even one Indian member on it. And of course, our national leaders were not happy with it. So the commission said, yeah, you're not happy with it, but still we're not going to change the commission, right? And they said, let's see if you can go ahead and create your own constitution by yourself. And as a response to that, we had the Nehru Report in 1928. Right. And of course, we know there's a lot of protests in northern India. And in those protests, we had Lala Lajpat Rai, who was harmed as part of the Lathi charge. So that's Simon Go Back. And interesting, they wrote it on kites and they flew them. So that was a very interesting way of protest, I must say. So let's take a look at the leaderboard. We have LMA going strong. And we have Shantanu Sharma in the 2nd spot, Anu Mega at the 3rd spot, Viva going strong. And in the 5th spot, we have Srinath S. Okay, so let's, and we have Kaivalya Roy, who's moved up 33 spots, which is not an easy feat. And let's check out what the next question is.
All right, guys, question number 3 appearing on your screen now. the pact recording the compromise between Gandhi and Ambedkar on Dalit political representation was signed in which city, right? So effectively tell us the name of this pact, right? So which city was this pact signed in? We want you to share an answer with us, right? You have, you can see Gandhi and Ambedkar on your screen. So let's go ahead and see who we can pick for this one. Again, Vaishnavi, do you want to pick someone at random this time?
Well, I haven't received anyone who's very confident with their answers. But just to tell you, we're looking for either a 4-letter or a 5-letter answer. So
yeah. 4 or 5-letter is acceptable. So again, I'm going to pick someone at random for this. Yes, I'm not necessarily. So how about I go ahead and ask? One sec. Can we ask Srinand Sudesh, SREENANDH Sudesh. Srinand, why don't you go ahead and share the answer that you have? Can you hear us, Srinand? I don't think. Team, are we able to get in touch with Srinand?
Yeah, request Srinand to please unmute yourself.
yes.
Hey, Srinand, hi.
Hi, sir.
Hi. So, Srinand, what do you think is the answer to this question?
I think it's Pune Pact.
Pune Pact. Where are you joining in from, Srinand?
I am from Kerala.
Kerala. And what do you do?
I'm in 10th grade.
10th standard. Which school do you study in, Srinand?
Calicut University Campus Higher Secondary School.
Higher secondary school in Calicut. Fantastic. Well done, Srinand. You're absolutely right. We were looking for Pune, Pune. Either one of those answers are more than acceptable. So well done to Srinand and many others who have gotten this right. Let's go ahead and see what other variations people have of these various answers. Someone's given in that form. That's okay. We were looking for, let's see what else. Some spelling mistakes are a little bound, but that's okay. We will go ahead and try to see as much, which seems
interesting how people have mentioned the jail where the pact was signed. So that's some extra knowledge.
Yeah. That's pretty interesting. So do we take that as an answer, or I think that's a bit of a stretch? What do we do?
That is a stretch.
Yeah. We're looking for
we have Pune at the bottom as well. Sachin, we have Pune.
Is that
the one next to Gandhiji?
Got it. My bad. I missed that. Yes. Thank you for pointing that out. Okay. All right. We'll jump on, guys. So that was the third question that we had for you. And with that, let's look at the leaderboard and see where people are standing. Well, some changes. We've got Vibha, who's jumped to 3rd place, but Srinand is currently in 5th, Anumika in 4th, Shantanu in 2nd, and LMA in the 1st position. So well done to you guys. LMA, would be lovely if you could reveal to me who you are. Let me know if there's any specific spelling, guys. We will in just the hurry of things, sometimes I might skip looking at something, but yeah, we will ensure that we're able to take in all the acceptable answers. All right, with that, let's jump on to the next question. Over to you, Vaishnavi.
Yes, so our constituent assembly had people from different walks of lives. So we had the Indian sports team captain, Mr. Jaipal Singh, who was a part of the team that won gold medal for India in 1928 Olympics. So how cool is this that we have a sports person as part of the Constituent Assembly? So you need to tell me what sport was this gentleman a part of? And we got a gold medal in 1928 Olympics for this sport, right? And it's a 6-letter answer that we're looking for. So you can count, even in case you have no idea, think of a 6-letter sport, which is part of Olympics, and something that India is really good at. So what sport are we saying? Okay, so can we unmute? A lot of answers coming in. Can we unmute? Can we unmute Dia Susan? Let's unmute Dia, D-I-Y-A, Dia Susan.
Yeah, the answer is hockey.
Okay, and Dia, are you confident or was that a guess?
I'm confident.
Okay, well, if you're confident, you're absolutely right. This is hockey. Congratulations. And where are you logging in from?
I am logging in from UAE, Abu Dhabi, and from India, I am from Kerala.
Okay, lovely. What is your favorite sport, by the way? Okay, Let's unmute Dia.
Yeah, my favorite sport is badminton.
Or favorite sport is badminton. Lovely. So, kids, we have, such amazing people who are part of the Constituent Assembly. I think all of them deserve equal limelight, and do read up more about them. Interestingly, Jaipal Singh was one of the only, tribal members, to represent the tribal community. And he played a very important role in the formation of Jharkhand state, right? So yeah, that is Mr. Jaipal Singh for us. And let's see what options we have. Someone said they don't know. Okay, that's absolutely all right. But one tip from my side would be, even if you have no idea, go ahead, give it a guess, because your most wackiest guess can turn out to be the right answer, right? So with that, let's see who climbs up the leaderboard thanks to hockey. We have Mir, who's joined the leaderboard, and the top 4 spots remain the same. And we have Nandika, who's climbed up 22 places. Congratulations, Nandika. Let's find out what our next question is about.
What did this cotton farmer from Andhra Pradesh design thanks to his meeting with Mahatma Gandhi? So the cotton farmer is on your screen on your left, and we'd like you to tell us, what did he design? The object that he designed after his meeting with Mahatma Gandhi. You can go ahead and tell us what that object was. You don't have to tell us his name. That's not what we're looking for here. We just want you to identify the object, right? Of extreme importance to our country. And yeah, that's what we'd love. So go ahead and share your answer of what object this is. We'd love to hear from you guys. Lots of answers coming in from people here. So this
something
is
that all of us have seen. Yeah? I don't think you would have missed this if you're living in India.
Yeah, guaranteed, guys. This is extremely important to our country. He designed something, right? So what is the object of extreme importance to our country that he designed? We will, of course, reveal his name to you when, of course, the answer is revealed. So for this question, I think who we'll ask again, let's see who we can ask. Can we go ahead and ask Sanath Kothari? S-A-N-A-T-H Kothari, K-O-T-H-A-R-I. Sanath, S-A-N-A-T-H, are we able to get you unmuted?
Yes, so the answer is the national flag.
The answer is the national flag. Sanath, why do you think it's the national flag? Can you tell us a little bit more about why you think that's the answer? Hello. I think we got him back on mute again.
Yes.
Yes.
So I had read this in a comic book, Tinkle, about this cotton farmer who created the national flag after 4 to 5 attempts.
Okay. Do you happen to know his name?
No, I don't remember exactly.
That's okay. That's okay. What's important, Sanath, is you absolutely got the right answer. This is our Indian flag, as in many people are pointing out on chat. This is Pingali Venkaiah. So Pingali Venkaiah is the gentleman who designed our Indian national flag. And anybody who's gone ahead and said Indian flag, Indian national flag are the acceptable answers. Well done to Sanath for getting that answer right. A variety of answers people have shared here. Let me quickly go ahead and review what people have said. I think varieties of these spellings are acceptable. Just flag as well works. Tricolor, of course, is also an equally acceptable answer, but we're looking for something tending towards one of these guys, right? And as Vaishnavi had mentioned to you, please make sure that you take a guess. Even if you don't think you know the answer, you might be right. You don't have to necessarily say don't know. All right. Tricolor Bengali is an acceptable answer. What else? What else? What else? What else? This is something. Okay. Tricolor, national. I think we can go ahead and give this as well. Spellings are inaccurate, but of course it's okay. We understand what you're going for. Tiranga is absolutely valid as well. Tricolor flag. We weren't looking for the person, so I'm going to not take that answer. Swadeshi flag, you've got flag in your answer. Indian flag is something we can take. Tricolor works. Any other answers, team, that we should take? I think we're okay, right?
Yeah, I think we're good to go.
Okay. All right. Let's look at the leaderboard, ladies and gentlemen, and see how our participants in today's Constitution Day quiz have fared. Well, no changes at all. The top 5 remains the top 5, clearly building up a pace with the scores that they've got, but very close in between all the participants there. In fact, 2 participants are on exactly the same score. This was a bit of a tough question, it seems. 11 players have lost their answer streak of 3, but that's okay. You have a lot more questions coming your way for you to really catch up on your next question appearing on your screen now.
Okay, so we're talking about Sucheta Kriplani, who was a Constituent Assembly member, and she was also the first ever female chief minister of which state? So you need to tell me she was the first chief minister of which state. It's rather interesting that we're talking about her right after the Indian flag, because she was a part of the flag committee which presented the Indian national flag to all the other Constituent Assembly members, right? And she was a Gandhian at heart. She played a huge role in the rehabilitation of refugees during the partition, and yeah, a lot of other cool things that she did. So, but back to the question, you need to tell me she was the first female chief minister of which Indian state? We're looking for a 2-word answer, a 5 and 7-letter answer. So, a lot of guesses coming in. Sachin, do you want to help me choose?
Yeah, sure. How about we go ahead and pick Laksh Thakur, Lakshthakher, Laksh Thakur. Hope I'm saying your name right, Laksh. Go ahead and share the answer with Quizmaster Vaishnavi, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Laksh, but we can't see you.
Yeah, actually, there's a problem with the camera. So,
Okay,
I would
no
like to
worries.
answer the question. I think it's Uttar Pradesh, if I'm not wrong.
Okay, well, you are not wrong. That's absolutely right. And Laksh, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, actually, I'm a student from Bangalore, Sindhi High School. Yeah. And I study in 9th grade.
Yeah, well, that's great. And your history lessons coming to your rescue. And anyone who's written, Uttar Pradesh, we will give you points. So let's go ahead and check out the other variations that we've got, Sachin.
Yes. Let's look at what people have said and see what we have. UP, Uttar Pradesh, any one of these, of course, are fine. Let's go and check some of the other answers. Spellings are perfectly okay, guys. No problem. As long as it's tending towards the answer, we will take it, right? That's a U and a P. Is there anything else I'm missing? Okay, I don't think I'm seeing anything here. All right, I think we can jump. Okay. Let's look at the leaderboard, ladies and gentlemen, and see how people have fared. Well, some changes. We've got Anshupman Ghosh, who's currently in 5th position. Srinand is in 5th. Anumega in 3rd. Shantanu and LMA are in 2nd and 1st, which is fantastic. Renuka Palagati is jumped up 29 places, and she happens to be our highest climber. Fantastic job, Renuka. With that, the next question appearing on your screen now. Oh, so this is for me. Right. So this web series shares its name with which Gandhian concept closely related to a 1992 constitutional amendment? So the name of this web series, you can tell me the name of the web series or the name of the constitutional amendment, either is acceptable as long as I see the operative word within your answer. Shares its name with the Gandhian concept is what we want you to tell us. So go ahead and tell us what you think is the name of this amendment or the name of the web series. Either is acceptable. We're seeing answers pour in slowly and steadily. Let's see who we can ask for this one. Okay, answers, so many answers from many people. Let's see who we can ask for this one. Okay, can we ask Vihana Chandna? Vihana, Vihana Chandna. Vihana, we're going to send you a request to unmute. Vihana, can you hear us? Vihana, hi, can you hear us?
Vihana, please unmute yourself.
Okay, I don't think we're able to hear Vihana. Vihana, can you hear us? Okay, for some reason, I don't think we're able to get her to unmute. So that's okay, that's no problem. Let's see who we can ask for this question. Can we ask Myra and Manas? Yeah, Mayra, Myra and Manas. We are going to go ahead and ask you to unmute. Myra, do you think you have an answer for us?
Sir, I think the answer is Satyagraha.
You think the answer is Satyagraha? That's an interesting guess that you've got, Myra. Unfortunately, it's not Satyagraha, but it's a very good guess that you've gotten. I think I'm going to go ahead and jump to the answer. What we were looking for this question was Panchayati Raj or Panchayat. This is, of course, the TVF show that I think also shows on Amazon Prime. So anybody that's gone ahead and said Panchayat or Panchayati Raj, we will take these answers for this question. I'm going ahead and just seeing what people have said. Some people have said Scam 1992, which is a very popular TV show, but unfortunately not the answer to this question. Am I seeing anything else?
Not the Gandhian concept that we were looking for. So
correct. Little far away from the Gandhian concept, if anything else. Not what we were looking for. I think we're okay. I think none of these answers are something we should accept. I see some good guesses though. That said, let's jump on and see the leaderboard and see where people have stood for this question very quickly. And yes, Diksha has entered the top 5. Well done to you, Diksha. Anshubman is now in 4th. Udit Pratap has jumped 45 places, which is fantastic. Well done to all of you guys. Here is the next question. Oh, we're done with that round. Over to you, Vaishnavi, for round number 2.
Yes. So the second round is the connect round, where we'll show you a bunch of clues and you need to tell us what is the common theme, right? We don't want to know what the individual elements are. We want to know what's the overall theme. And again, the same rule continues. You need to be quick and you need to be correct, right? So let's get started with our first connection question. So connect the following to a word which means to pick out in French. Okay, we're looking for an 8-letter answer. We have some symbol, we have Godrej, we have some black and white photo of some gentleman, and we have a peacock, which is the logo of a certain organization. That helps us to pick out. So what are we talking about? And I'm sure all of you have heard about it. It's a very, very important process. And if I were to give a little more clue, just look at the images and something should strike.
So Vaishnavi, about this question, how about we ask Nilashri Ganguly, Nilashri Ganguly, for this question, please.
Definitely. Let's unmute Nilashri.
I think it's choice seed.
Okay. Good guess. Good guess. But think of something more simpler. Nilashri, do you want to take a second guess? Okay. All right. So
actually, it means in the French language, to pick out, it means choice seeds. So I have given that answer only, and I can't think of any.
Okay, no worries, no worries. Well, your French seems to be on point. So let's unmute Pranav V. Rao.
I think the answer is election.
You think the answer is election? Let's find out if that is the right answer. Well, that's absolutely right. But Pranav, do you want to tell us how do all of those elements connect to election?
I got it by the symbol of the election commission. I'd seen it in news that.
You'd seen it in news. Well, that's some great, crisscross of information, remembering something that you had seen somewhere. That was the symbol of the election commission, of course. And believe it or not, the very first ballot boxes were made by Godrej. Right? These were heavy boxes. And the gentleman that we had shown there was Sukumar Sen. And of course, the last image was the company that makes the indelible ink, which is based out of Mysore, right? And again, Election Commission is the institution, is the organization that looks after conducting these elections in a very free and fair manner. So yeah, so with that, I have given my gyan, and let's take a look at the leaderboard. Oh yes, we move on to the next question meanwhile.
Yes, the next question appearing on your screen now. We'd love for you to connect all of these images to a Constituent Assembly member. The surname of this personality is more than sufficient. You notice that there is a poster of a recently released movie on Amazon Prime. You notice that there is a cover of a book with the person's name blanked out. And then you see 3 other photos that you can use to identify this gentleman that we want you to identify. So go ahead and tell us who you think is the answer to this question. And let me see who we can pick at random for this question. Again, all of this is at random, guys. So we just want to make sure that we're giving as many people a chance to answer a question. I see, I'm going to go ahead and ask Yash Jangid. I can see there's two Yash Jangids, but I'm asking the person who's got the camera switched on.
Yes.
Yes, okay. You can go ahead. Who am I speaking to?
So my name is Manya Sharma, but I am named as another name. So
Hey Manya, hi.
Sir, the answer is Bhimrao Ambedkar.
You think that the answer is Bhimrao Ambedkar? That is absolutely right. Who am I speaking to?
Ma'am, sir, I am Bhuvi Yadav from Cambridge Court World School, Jaipur.
From Jaipur, we have you joining Bhuvi Yadav. In which standard again, sorry?
5th A.
5th A. That is lovely, Bhuvi. Superb answer. You've indeed given us the right answer. This was Bhimrao Ambedkar or Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Superb answer. Someone from grade 5 has cracked this question, guys, along with their family members. That is fantastic. So let's go ahead and have a look at what other answers or equivalent answers that people have given to us. A variety of answers here. So lots of people have said Chandru. That happens to be the name of the lawyer that was in that movie that was portrayed by Surya, the actor. But we are accepting Ambedkar. B.R. Ambedkar is the answer. Lots of varieties of spellings here. That is okay. We will accept it. Just give me a couple of seconds. Let me go ahead and accept all of these answers. Some of you have said Jai Bhim. Well, that was not the name of the person, guys. We were looking for Bhimrao Ambedkar. All of these are acceptable answers. Bhimrao Ambedkar. Variety of spellings which we've gotten here. Dr. Bhimrao is acceptable. Bhim. Well, what do I take? I'll take that. Okay, why not? Bhimrao Ambedkar. Okay. Little off in the spellings, guys, but okay, we'll be a little lenient because we are learning here. That's okay.
Well, those of you who are like, you've given a variation of Ambedkar, but it says wrong answer. Don't worry. We're personally going through each of the options and we're marking them correct.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. What we are more bothered about is you getting something closer towards the answer. We want you to learn here. It's not really only about the competition, right? That's at least what we profess at QShala. If you've learned something new today, that's what we'd like you to take away. That's what CLPR also would love for you guys as well. Let me just go ahead and see what other answers. Sorry, guys, this takes a little bit of time. We just want to make sure that all of you have a fair shot at an answer that is close to what we're expecting. All right, someone said Beam UPI. That's fantastic. There is, of course, the UPI app that is named after him as well. And with that, I think we will accept these answers. All right, with that, let's look at the leaderboard, ladies and gentlemen. No changes. The consistent leaders have continued to do really well for themselves. LMA in first, Shantanu in second, Anumega in third, Anshuman in fourth, and Diksha in fifth. Harshit Jain, you've jumped 3 places, 3 answers back to back. You're back in the game. Well done to you. Next question on your screen now.
Yes. So this is the last connection question. I want you to connect all of these elements to a word that appears in the preamble, right? So 9 letters, what are we looking at? And we have a very famous cartoon of a very famous politician. At the bottom left, he said something very important. And on the top right, we have the logo of Washington Post. There's a lot of elements related to Greek mythology, I can say. So what is this 9-letter word that appears in the preamble and is very, very important for us? Take a guess. Think of all those words that you've heard as part of your social studies.
All right. Okay. How about for this question, we ask Rahul Acharya for this question, Vaishnavi.
Okay, let's unmute Rahul.
Sir, is the answer Republic?
Republic is a good guess, is a very good guess, but not the answer we were looking for.
Is it democracy?
Is it democracy? Well, yes, absolutely right. And was that a guess? Were you just going through the words of the preamble? Okay, looks like. All right, so let's...
Go ahead, Rahul.
Go ahead, Rahul, yeah. Okay, you're back on mute.
Yeah. You're saying something now.
But afterwards, I thought it was a 9 letters, so I told Republic. Republic.
Well, that's smart thinking. And the answer we were looking for is democracy, of course. So we have a lot of other words from the preamble. Let's check what are the variations of democracy that we've got. And with this, we move on to our final round. It's the rapid fire round, and true to its name, it's going to be very quick. So that's the last round. And do stay back till the end of this round to find out who the lucky winner is, the lucky draw winners and the top 10 winners.
Some folks have very, very interesting spellings. They're almost, it seems like they're spelling the names in the most choicest of fashions, but okay. That's what we're seeing. All right, let's jump on, guys. Guys, this is, of course, a family style quiz, so we expect it to be civil with the answers. If we do notice some answers are unpalatable, we will be forced to remove you from the quiz, all right? Just a fair input there, just so that it's in the tone of why we're doing this event as well. So that said, Srinand, you're currently in 5th position. Well done. Followed Anshugman, Anumega, Shantanu, and LMA. That hasn't changed so far in the quiz. Well done to all of you here. 4 players have hit an answer streak of 10 right answers, which is incredible. Let's have a look at what we have on store for the next round, ladies and gentlemen, and that is the rapid fire round. We have 11 questions that we have. We're going to go really, really quickly for this one. Look at time. We are at 8:07. I think we should be able to finish well on time at 8:15. Here is the first question, ladies and gentlemen. The feature of fundamental duties was borrowed from the former USSR Constitution. Is this true or false? Fundamental duties, USSR Constitution as the source of inspiration. Is this true? Is this false? That's what we want you to tell us. Go ahead. And we will finish through these questions very quickly. We will not be asking for people to share answers for this one. This is going to be on rapid fire, right? 90 people getting this right. That is indeed right. USSR is the constitution that we took the concept of fundamental duties from. We've got a new entrant in the top 5. Santi is currently in 5th place. Well done to you. The rest of the leaderboard remains the same. Tough round, it seems. 3 people have lost their answer streak of 3, but no matter. You have 10 more questions for you to catch up on. Next question appearing on.
Sachin, I must add something. You know, the 1950 version of the Constitution did not have fundamental duties. So it was added as a part of an amendment. So that's something interesting, right? So absolutely. Again, just to add on, the Constitution is not something that was written and then you have to keep following it, right? You keep updating it to the changes that's happening around us. And that's how you have amendments that keep coming in. Right. So with that, let's check out our next question. And this is a type in answer. So you need to tell me, what did this photo of Frederick Lawrence, who led the cabinet mission to India in 1946 with Gandhiji inspire? So how do we better know this picture? Where else have you seen this picture? Again, he played a very important role to decide India's constitutional future, what happens with India. Right? So where have you seen this photo? Not necessarily of Frederick Lawrence, but probably a cropped version of this photo. Well, the Indian currency is what we were looking at. So if you notice the Gandhiji's picture on Indian currency note, it is said to be taken from this, this photo with Frederick Lawrence, right? Some of you are like, bro, how would I know? Well, that's okay. A little bit of learning and a little bit of observation, perhaps. Indian currency note photo, Indian currency note. Sachin, there's an option in green on top. Indian currency note that we can consider.
Yeah. Anything else I'm missing out on?
I think we can consider rupees 500.
I agree. I think that's a fair answer. I think we're good, right?
Yes. And right. Let's see where the Indian currency note helps a bunch of people on the leaderboard. Let's take a look. Okay, there's literally no change on the leaderboard, but 4 players have hit an answer streak of 12. That says you guys have great observation skills. And let's check out the next question.
All right, here it is. Which of the following words do not appear in the preamble? Which of these words do not appear in the preamble? Is it fraternity? Is it justice? Is it freedom? Or is it equality? Which of these words do not appear in the preamble is the question that we have for you today in this rapid fire round of Kahoot. In under 5 seconds, we'll find out how many of you have gotten this right. And here it is. The answer we were looking for, the word that does not appear in the preamble, is freedom. Freedom was what we were looking for. So fraternity is a bunch of people have gone ahead and said that we were looking for freedom, ladies and gentlemen. And the leaderboard, well, some changes here. Santi is jumped up to 4th position. Anshugman in 5th now. Well done to Manish Ratnam as well, who's back with an answer streak of 3 back-to-back answers. Let's go on to the next question.
Sachin, preamble is basically like the index of the Indian Constitution, right? So it tells you what were the Constituent Assembly members thinking when they came up with the rule, right? What were the objectives of coming up with the whole Constitution itself, right? So just in case you're like a little lazy to turn across all the pages, it gives you a fair idea what to expect. Yeah. So with that, let's move on to the next question.
Absolutely, absolutely. Next question, over to you, Aishnavi.
Yeah, so the next question is a puzzle where you'll have to arrange the countries according to the voting rights given to women from earliest to latest, right? So the first country would be the one that gave the voting rights the most earliest, and then the next, and the next, and the last one would be the latest one, right? But India, for one, gave voting rights to women from the beginning. So which was the first country to give voting rights to women, and which was the latest one? So you'll have to drag and drop the options in the chronological order, and you'll have to press the K button to submit. Okay, sure. So take a guess, a rough guess probably, if you can get your timelines right. Okay, 2 seconds to go, 160 answers in. Let's find out the correct order. Whoa, this was a major googly looks like. And if you're wondering what is the picture about, it's a movie about the suffragette movement. So do check it out. And voting rights, especially for the women, plays a very important role. Sachin, do you want to add something to this topic?
Yes, of course. So the movie, of course, is a very, very popular movie. It really talks about the kind of struggles that women had to take in the United Kingdom to be able to go ahead and fight for voting for women. It's also rather surprising that Egypt is a country that very, very recently, in fact, granted voting rights for women. So New Zealand, United States, India, and Egypt is the order which we have for this question. And let's look at the leaderboard here. Well, lots of changes, it seems, for this question. We've got Aditya Jena, who's now currently in the 5th position. Welcome to the leaderboard, Aditya. Shantanu is currently in 1st. LMA is moved to 2nd, Santi in 3rd, and Anumega in 4th position. Achal Joshi is our highest climber who's jumped up 29 places. Well done to you, Achal. Let's look at the next question. Over to you for that one.
Okay, let's take a look. So who's the subject of the play Drawing the Line? And this person is popularly associated with a geographical feature. So is it Sir Cyril Radcliffe? Is it Lord Dalhousie? Is it Charles Harding? Or is it Robert Clive? And again, look at the fact that the play is called Drawing the Line. So 4 seconds to go. And we have 83 answers in. Who's this person who's drawing the line? Well, it's Sir Cyril Radcliffe, who's set to design the partitions between India and Pakistan after India got its freedom, right? So again, just within a couple of months, he came up with the partition, and of course, we know what happened next. And let's take a look at the leaderboard, Sachin. So we have Shantanu, LMA, Santi, Anumega, and Aditya Jena. Okay, no changes, but 7 players have hit an answer streak of 3. That's a hat trick. Congratulations. And moving on with the next one.
All right, guys, next question appearing on your screen now. All right, so here it is. So which of the following is not a fundamental right recognized by the Supreme Court under Article 21? Which of these is not a fundamental right, right? So is it the right against handcuffing? Is it the right to privacy? Is it right to internet, or the right to sleep? So the question, let me repeat, is what is not a fundamental right, right? So 3 of these are fundamental rights enshrined within Article 21, or the reading of Article 21 of the Constitution. So we'd like you to tell us what is not yet, at least, a fundamental right, which is the right to internet. I think this is something that hopefully does become part of the mandate or within the understanding of what a fundamental right within our country is. So right to internet is currently not what it is. So that's what we were looking for. And well done to all of you guys. So Diksha is back in the top 5. Well done to Diksha. You're currently in 4th position. The rest of the leaderboard remains the same. Well done to all of you guys. So of course, the right to internet was what we were looking for, not yet enshrined as a part of the Article 21. All right. That said, let's look at the next question.
The next one is a puzzle, and you'll have to arrange the movements led by Mahatma Gandhi in chronological order. So what was the first one and what was the latest one? So we have Champaran Satyagraha, we have non-cooperation movement, Quit India movement, Salt Satyagraha. Again, just like the previous puzzle question, you will have to drag and drop, and you'll have to press the K button to submit. Again, rough timelines, if you have a guess on that front, you have Champaran Satyagraha, non-cooperation movement, Quit India movement, and the Salt Satyagraha. And what is very interesting is that although Gandhiji played such an important role in Indian freedom struggle, he was not a Constituent Assembly member. So we have 17 seconds to go and 138, 144 answers in. Again, if you have any friends, cousins, parents, definitely go seek out some support from them. Your phone a friend option. And, oh, okay, that's another googly question. We have Champaran Satyagraha first, followed by the non-cooperation movement, Salt Satyagraha, and of course, the Quit India movement in 1942. So let's see, I'm expecting some drama on the leaderboard. Okay, we have Mihir, who's joined the leaderboard. And no other changes, but Sumit is back with a hat trick. So welcome back, Sumit. And Sachin, are you ready for the next question?
Absolutely. And while I say that, I also do have an announcement, guys. Please do stay back for the lucky draw that we have. The lucky draw is where you get access to a lovely bunch of goodies from CLPR. And that is just for participation through the course of the entire quiz. That said, here is a question about an Indian state. I want you to identify the Indian state that is considered to be the birthplace of the modern game of polo, which had its own constitution, if you believe it. So which is this Indian state which happens to be considered to be the birthplace of the modern polo game? Is it Assam, Manipur, Arunachal Pradesh, or Nagaland? Manipur is what we were looking for this question. Rather fascinating. Many people don't know that the version that of polo that we know was actually having its roots in Manipur, and 46 of you. So clearly you guys are very much in the know. Fantastic job to all of you who've gotten this right. So Manipur was the answer that we were looking for. So Nandika Kumar is our highest climber who's jumped up 25 places. Well done to you, Nandika. So Shantanu very much in the lead. LMA, Santi in 2nd and 3rd. Anumega in 4th and Shinant in 5th. So places here and there keep shuffling and moving, but very well done to all the participants so far. Over to you, Vaishnavi, for the next question.
Okay, so the next question, we're going to show you a video about the journey of a revolutionary. And this revolutionary is, again, there's a lot of discussion about him because of his recent portrayal by Vicky Kaushal. Is it Bhagat Singh, Chandrasekhar Azad, Udham Singh, or Subhash Chandra Bose? Yeah, and there was quite an interesting rap, I must say. And the person we were looking for is Udham Singh. It looks like either you know your history really well or you have your Bollywood quotient very well. So either ways, Udham Singh is the person we were looking for. He was a revolutionary who wanted to avenge, the Jallianwala Bagh massacre that took place. And he went all the way to US for that. And Aditya Jaina is back in the game, and we have Pratulya, if I got your name right, who's back with a hat trick. But apart from that, not much of a change. But I must tell you, with every question, there will be a lot of changes. So don't give up. And let's take a look at our next question.
All right, next question appearing on your screen. This is a term I want you to identify, which derives itself from an old French word meaning the act or state of sitting. The act or state of sitting is a certain term that we use very often in our political context. So is it meeting, is it court, is it session, or is it parliament? What is this term that derives itself from an old French word is what we want you to identify. Session was the answer that we were looking for, everybody. not meeting, not court, not parliament or session. So 46 of you are getting this right. 43 of you went with parliament. I know it could be a little tough. Hopefully the leaderboard isn't changing too much, or is it? Well, similar names, familiar names still on the leaderboard, some changes here and there, but well done to all of you so far. 9 players have hit an answer streak of 4 back-to-back answers, which is very, very impressive in the context of this quiz. And let's look at the next question. Over to you, Vaishnavi.
The next question and the last question of today's quiz. Identify this person who was the first Dalit woman graduate in India. Okay, we'll wait for the picture to load. Is it Dakshayani Velayudan? Is it Begum Aizaz Rasul? Is it Hansa Jivraj Mehta? Or is it Durgabai Deshmukh? Again, there were 15 women, if I'm not wrong, who were part of the Constituent Assembly. Like I mentioned, the Constituent Assembly had women and people from different sections of the society. And this is Dakshayani Velayudan, right? She played a very important role in matters related to untouchability, reservation, right? And let's take a look at the next prompt. We'll have to wait until we find out the leaderboard winners. We wanted to know, did you enjoy learning about Indian Constitution today? Yes, absolutely. I had a lot of fun. Nah, not really. We have 13 seconds to go. We have 37 answers in. Just a couple more seconds before we find out the winners and the lucky draw winner as well. 3 seconds to go. Hold tight. And we have Sanat who says QShala quizzes are so fun. Thank you. And yes, true to the word, drum roll.
Slightly longer anticipated drum roll, it seems.
Yes. Oh, lovely. 87% of you say absolutely. That's great to hear. And we hope this is just the beginning for you to go and explore more about the Indian Constitution. And we want to know, what was your favorite question in today's quiz? What is something that made you feel like, oh, wow, I did not know this. This is so cool. So 21 seconds to go. What is something that really fascinated you today in the quiz? Really think about it. 10 seconds to go. You need to type your answer on Kahoot, not on the chat. Okay, another much longer anticipated drum roll. We find out what were the favorite fundas, Tricolor, the last one, web series, everything, all. Okay, Manipur. Okay, it's the Pune Pact, not the Poonam Pact. And let's check out the last announcement that we have. Oh, yes. Well, if you enjoyed today's quiz, do join us on Sunday. We have a musical quiz with a lot of different varieties of music and questions. With Sapa Academy, we have Bindu and Ambi Subramaniam joining us with their information from the world of music. And we won't delay it anymore. Let's take a look at the podium finishers. Sachin, do you want to do the honors?
Absolutely. Coming in third place in today's quiz is Anumega Datta with 18 out of 21 questions. Coming in second is LMA. And winning today's quiz is with 20 out of 21 questions is Shantanu Sharma. Fantastic job. And in fourth and fifth place, we have Santi and Mihir. Mihir is in fifth, Santi in fourth. Guys, please do stay back. We do have the lucky draw prizes that we're going to announce at this point in time. So well done to Shantanu, LMA, Anumega, Santi, and Mihir. And for everybody else who participated, took time out on a Friday evening to join us today on our Constitution Day. That said, before we close, of course, I would like to go ahead and have my team announce who the winner of the lucky draw competition is. Can I have my colleague let me know who that is? So we have Darsh Vaishnav Indosi. I hope I'm saying that right. Darsh, you are our winner of our lucky draw competition. Darsh, are you on call? Are you available? Can you introduce yourself to us, please? Okay, we see you here, Darsh. We'll switch on your camera. You get a request to unmute. Yes.
Excuse me, sir.
Hello, Darsh.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you, Darsh. How are you doing?
Good evening, sir. I am fine.
Good
I am
evening,
joining from Delhi Public School, Kollam of grade 8.
From Kollam, is it? From Kollam, from Delhi Public School in grade 8. Fantastic. Congratulations to you, Darsh. You are the winner, the lucky draw winner of today's Constitution Day quiz. How did you find the quiz so far?
So but some questions I feel like I could have done that. I knew that some questions I knew, some questions it was a little tricky.
Okay.
For some questions, the time automatically went off. I didn't get enough time, even though I know the answer.
Got it.
I
But did you learn
found it
something though?
interesting.
Okay.
Yes, sir. It
Fantastic.
was a wonderful experience.
Lovely to hear that, Dash. So good to hear that. So yeah, guys, that is a wrap from us here at QShala and the Center for Law and Policy Research for today's Constitution Day quiz. If you'd like, what we can do is as is tradition in every QShala quiz that we do online, we've been taking a group photo if it's possible. So my request is you guys can switch on your camera. Again, this is totally optional. You don't have to necessarily switch on your camera, but if you could, I think that would be fantastic. So we would love to take a photo of all the folks who joined in today here on Constitution Day. I'm going to go ahead and yeah, okay, you guys can switch on your cameras. All right, guys, just going ahead and taking a photo. Just give me 1 minute. You guys can say cheese, but in our quizzes, we go ahead and say paneer. So guys, say paneer in 3, 2, and 1. Sorry, just 1 sec. Sorry. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Paneer.
Paneer.
Take a couple more photos, guys. I have 4 screens here. Fantastic. Lovely to see the participation. Fantastic, guys. Fantastic. All right. Awesome. Awesome. So that is it from us at QShala. All right. So can we have, is there anything, Vaishnavi, you'd like to share with our participants? And if you, Meenakshi from CLPR as well, if there's any closing notes and remarks that you have, we'd love to hear from you as well. Over to both of you. Right. I also have one more request. All the people who featured on the leaderboard, especially the top 5, guys, please do share your address with us. We need to go ahead and send in your prizes, even the lucky draw prize winner as well. So please do go ahead and share your address with us. We will go ahead and get that sent to you. All right, over to you. Meenakshi, you've got yourself here. Meenakshi, over to you. We're going to get your request to unmute. Yes, can you hear us now?
Got it now. I think it was a great quiz. Thank you all for participating and have a great Constitution Day. Yeah.
Awesome. All right.
That's it from my end.
Okay. All right, guys, we will close the call. So we're going to wait for addresses. Guys, please send in your mobile number or your address, especially if you happen to be in the top 5. Of course, we will get in touch with you as well afterwards. And if you have any feedback, any concerns, anything you'd like to share, feel free to let us know here on chat and we will get in touch with you. Yes, perfect. I can see people sending in your addresses. This is perfect. All right. Okay, guys. Okay, with that, I think we will close the quiz for today. Yes, we do have addresses of a couple of you. Thanks for letting us know. Yeah, perfect. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Have a great Friday evening and a great weekend ahead. Stay safe. We will, of course, see you at the next quiz that we conduct in partnership with CLPR. If not, we will see you at the next QShala quiz that we conduct as well. Take care, guys. Have a good time. Have a great weekend ahead. See you. Bye-bye.